Alright, here's the deal on my review or update on my 66cc Skyhawk gt5a. I ran it about 600 miles and it blew up. It looks like the needle bearing went in the top end and cracked. And here's the piston, the rings, I don't know if you can see it. Well, the ring broke and it went to the port. There's a little bit of port damage in there and seized the whole bike. It wasn't even running when it was just rolling downhill. Engaged with the clutch out. Here's the piston. Needle bearing went. Remember, the needle bearing went. You can see that's just from the screwdriver popping it out, but the side was jammed in there. Broke the ring. Needle bearing went. Wrist pin is scored so bad. You can see it right there. It looks pretty good. Yeah, you get scored bad. You can see the needle bearing is rubbing, and made a real bad rattling noise in my motor. I rode it for another 100 miles and it blew up. Got an NGK spark plug and wire cap. Got rid of the boost bottle. Redid the exhaust. There's no more catalytic converter in it. It's dual pipes out the rear now, and it's loud. I like it. Most people probably won't. I got the 415 KTM 65XX chain. See how much bigger it is than the other chain? We swap that out. As of right now, everything's good. The stock head was warped from the factory on the first motor, so I had exhaust leaks the whole time, and I couldn't set the CNS carburetor. The idle on the other side would not set ever. It would just, I had to set it with the choke, the manual choke. But I figured out I had a head leak because the head is actually warped. I knew it couldn't be perfect from the factory, and I guess that was the problem with mine, is the head was warped. But now I put this red Loctite when I rebuilt the engine. I cleaned the bottom end out. On the base gasket, I used this. On the head gasket, I used this. Intake, exhaust, I used this on everything, and there's no leaks. It worked perfectly fine. I used all my old gaskets. I made a new intake gasket. There's no leaks on the motor. Everything's good. Other than that, I'm kind of hoping that I took the head off to seal it yesterday because it was still leaking after I rebuilt the motor. I didn't have this on it. And I found real bad score marks in the new cylinder with only 32 miles, but I did a leak down test today and it works perfectly fine. I mean, there's no leaking or anything, but it's scored pretty bad. I think the studs in here have 8mm hole. Those are 8mm studs. You know, I didn't swap that out. You can actually turn the head when it was before I siliconed everything down. You can actually turn the whole head side back and forth. I guess you can put some, hose on there on the studs to make up for the 2mm or whatnot. But that's my update. Hopefully it doesn't blow up soon. If it does, I'm just going to buy a motor off eBay. And that's about it. I'm not going to go with a Grubee again. Just because if they blow up that often, then I guess just buy $70 motors. Other than that, still running alright. Oh yeah, and the gas tank started leaking. I dropped it on the ground and started leaking, so it's kind of my fault. Anyways, there's my video. Bye.